during life I'm very aware and guilty over the accumulated time that I've wasted. And then I have a look at all the things I've done and I thought, somebody must have been doing something.
Sculptor and artist John Dowie turned 86 in January this year, and the dozens of Dowies dotting the South Australian landscape are proof he has indeed been doing something. In the heart of Adelaide is his largest work, Victoria Square's Three Rivers Fountain, representing the Murray, the Onkaparinga and the Torrens. At the other end of town, the eastern entrance of the Adelaide Oval carries the Victor Richardson Gates with its bronzes of cricketers and footballers in full flight. John Dowie has never had to ask for a government grant because he's hardly ever knocked back a commission.
I took on anything that I was asked to do and tried to do my best with that, and some of them were small little nameplate things with a figure on it or something, and others I got a lot of experience that way. And I don't know, the people paying me wanted me to go to school at their expense, but that's what it amounted to.
You learned on the job, did you?
Exactly, I think everyone does. If you take it on, then you can go up a notch.
John Dowie certainly went up a notch in 1987 when he accepted perhaps his most famous commission, a full-length, larger-than-life bronze statue of Queen Elizabeth II for the new Parliament House in Canberra. In his early 70s at the time, he flew to London, went to Buckingham Palace and worked directly with the Queen. John Dowie cheekily says the Queen was my subject, but it seems the Queen also loves a play on words.
When you meet her, she's not at all like the lady that you see reading her speeches and speaking with the well-known voice that we can all imitate. She's quite merry. She's a humorist, makes jokes. And one of them was somehow the question of Kensington Palace came up. Oh, she said it's so full of royal aunts that we call it the aunt heap.
Closer to home, a stroll through the Rundle Mall and you can't miss this fun piece called Girl on a Slide. And North Terrace's Avenue of State Heroes has Dowie busts of Governor and physicist Sir Mark Oliphant, Lord Florey, the co-discoverer of penicillin, and Antarctic explorer Sir Douglas Mawson. And it's now that John Dowie is in his 87th year that he at last is being recognised as a hometown hero himself. The former Rat of Tobruk is immortalised in this Ivor Heel work in the Australian War Memorial. And he's still a real fighter. John Dowie suffers from crippling arthritis, and then 7 years ago, at the age of 79, he lost the sight in one eye due to a blood clot in the retina brought on by high blood pressure. It happened in the middle of a commission, but he pushed on.
I'd made a little model, and then I lost this eye. And I think I went down quite a long way down under the sea with that. I suddenly found I wasn't doing so badly. And of course I've got no three-dimensional vision now. This morning when I was painting I had to watch the shadow of the brush on the canvas to know when it had arrived. Once it's there it's all right, I know what I'm doing. And some people are saying I'm doing my best work.
John Dowie's work is synonymous with South Australia. It records the places and people we know and love and admire.
This month at Carrick Hill, the Governor launched a book and retrospective exhibition of John Dowie's life and work.
I hereby, with great pleasure, declare open the John Dowie retrospective exhibition and launch the book, John Dowie, A Life in Art.
The exhibition, which will run at Carrick Hill until the end of June, spans more than 65 years of artistic output. This portrait of his Aunt Sarah was done when he was just 20 years old, while this bust of Rodin was completed last year at the age of 85.
Well, you've now got sculpture in every major city in Australia. You've now got all this recognition. Are these sort of signals that you should retire, or what?
No, I'm looking forward to a glorious future. Cashing in on it.